We've got tons of news to cover today, from Update 1.260 arriving Wednesday, the soccer event starting on beta last week, new Guild Battlegrounds changes coming soon, and more. We'll start with the update, which brings plenty of bug fixes. Our first two deal with the Virtual Futures units. When manually fighting, the animations for the rogues wouldn't load in, making the battle not start and just causing problems. Now though, if you're in the Virtual Future, you can manually fight with no problem. In some random rewards where you were supposed to receive one of the 5 of the Virtual Futures units, you would receive Ronin bots instead of rocket troops. Now you'll receive each of the units with equal odds. We also finally have a fix with the Guild Expedition's level 4 selection kit, mentioning that it can be used to shrink a building even though it only contains the terrace farm and its upgrade. The reason that this happened is that as part of the Guild Expeditions update that brought level 5, you used to be able to win the Fountain of Youth and its shrink kit from this selection kit, but unfortunately it was removed and never made it out of beta. The PvP arena also got some love, as it will no longer show that you can always purchase 5 attempts no matter how many attempts you currently have. It'll now function just like the Forge Point bar where you can only buy enough attempts to fill it to max. For my mobile-only viewers, there's just one change. They've improved the display of the permanent effects from buildings, such as attack boosts. The tooltip is now sized correctly so that it won't end up going off-screen. Our main beta news for today is that the soccer event is here. It's basically just a reskinned version of the anniversary event. However, there's a bit of a problem. It's really hard to understand what is going on. Whereas the anniversary event had different numbers of gems against a dark background that really stood out, the soccer event has the same icon for each gem, or player, and only uses a number of stars to distinguish between different tiers of players. Additionally, instead of keys, there's now this badge icon that's also really hard to tell apart. I have made some mock-ups for solutions, such as darkening the minigame's background and using the entire tile for showing the left, right, and empty badges. I've also made the stars curved to better distinguish higher level ones instead of just a straight line across the bottom. It still remains to be seen if Inno plans to do anything about this though, and through what little time I've spent playing the minigame on beta, it's just really hard to see at a glance what level each player is and what badge beasts they have, which makes planning your merges difficult. Now, what about the buildings? The main building is the Aegean Resort, which has 9 levels and then a branching golden level giving us 3 options. With the current balancing, each has a 34 to 44% defense boost for attacking armies, and a 39 to 59% defense boost for defending armies, 30 goods, and no road connection required. However, they've each got slightly different productions, and in the interest of time, I'll be summarizing them and averaging the random productions. The Aegean Couples Resort gives attack boost for attacking and defending armies, a mix of previous and current era goods, and on average, 20 forge points, 5 blueprints, 3 fragments of a new selection kit, and 3 fragments of the Finish 1 event building item. The Aegean Garden Resort gives an attack boost for attacking armies, 20 previous era goods, and on average, 22 forge points, 9 blueprints, 2.25 fragments of a selection kit, and 3.25 fragments of the Finish 1 event building item. And the Aegean Marina Resort closes out the list with an attack boost for defending armies, 20 current age goods, an average of 24 forge points, 7 blueprints, 3.25 fragments of the selection kit, and 2.25 fragments of the Finish 1 event building item. The new selection kit will give fragments of the Feta Farm and Golden Goal Euros, which provides way too high attack boosts, goods, and forge points for their tiny 2x2 and 2x3 sizes. Oh, and if that's not enough rewards for you, there are also 2 new golden upgrades for the Gentiana Mill and Athlon Abbey, both of which raise the stats of their respective buildings and add an attack boost for attacking armies. The best news though is that all of these prizes should be achievable by the average player. You only need to reach 3,000 progress to get the golden upgrade for the Aegean Resort, and 3,750 progress to get the 2 new golden upgrades. To put that in perspective, the anniversary event had its golden upgrades sitting at 3,750 progress, and according to my YouTube poll at the time, 73% of you were able to do that in the anniversary event, with 17% coming close. Before moving on to our next topic, some upcoming Guild Battlegrounds changes. We need to talk about sniping. Last update video, I asked you to send in your most profitable snipes over on my Discord server, and boy did you answer. The winner of the third biweekly contest is none other than Mugi, with an astounding 2,600 Forge Point profit. That's quite a snipe. Congratulations on the win, and you now have the biweekly contest winner role. For this video's contest, I need your help answering a question. I was recently digging through some old Forge of Empires info, and I found this beautiful picture of Bert, the game's mascot. What I want you to do is come up with the best caption for this image. Join my Discord and head over to the biweekly contest channel to enter. Back to beta server news, it looks like we'll be getting some Guild Battlegrounds changes really soon. The previous changes were scrapped after nearly a year of testing, so hopefully these don't take so long. There's a new limited building, kind of like the Forgotten Temple in the Guild Expeditions, that's 3x4, and we've also got two new 4x4 buildings, which are two variants of what is called a watchtower. These buildings look pretty cool, but they do bring up the question of how we get them. In the current Guild Battlegrounds setup, would you be able to get fragments from fights or negotiations, or at the end of each season? More importantly, how would this affect the balancing and amounts of the other rewards? Unfortunately, we won't know for sure until this feature officially gets launched on beta, but I wouldn't be surprised if the two watchtowers are given based on which map, kind of like how you only get the Statue of Honor on the Volcano map and the Great Elephant on the Archipelago map. But I also think that these buildings are being introduced to counteract the limiting of attrition. No doubt, in whatever form the changes to the Battlegrounds come, there will be a harder cap on how many fights you can do until you start taking attrition. Whether it's capping the odds of attrition reduction or some other change that I don't know of, expect to gain attrition. I think these rewards will be balanced to attempt to make up for that fact, basically saying, yeah, you could farm before, and since we've removed that, here are some new rewards. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. And that's going to be it for your bi-weekly dose of Forge of Empires news. Make sure to head over to my Discord server to discuss the game and join this contest, and check out the video linked on screen now. I think you'll like it. And as always, I'll see you all next time.